I don't know. The Inkwell system definitely has some very original things about it as well. We have the idea all of a sudden that it's a non-combat game. You know, we can't forget that it's a non-combat game. Therefore, the resource system is very much built around this idea of a non-combat game. And another part of the resource is actually how you win the game is by gaining resources. You're trying to get a certain amount to win the game. It's a resource management game all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, the feel of it is quite different from other TCGs because it's quite non-combat. One of the things I suppose we didn't really talk about when we talk about Magic is like life is a resource. Like they keep saying this, you keep hearing Magic players saying life is a resource. And I do think as Magic sort of evolved and developed as a trading card game, Wizards has done an excellent job at sort of creating other resource systems within the game. Although they're not sort of foundational resource systems when you talk about it, but there are sort of sub-resource systems that are really important to the experience of Magic. And when it comes to life as a resource system, Magic is one of the best. It's not necessarily the case in some of the other ones that life is a resource system because they use prize cards and then the sort of health cards and stuff like that. So in Pokemon, you have prize cards. I have an issue with prize cards. I actually think if you deal damage to them, you take a reward in Pokemon.
Which just makes you inevitably stronger.
More powerful, yeah. Widens the gap rather than making it more competitive. More recent TCGs have done the opposite. And I think that's a better system. Because it actually just makes it more competitive and hence more interesting and more fun.
I think one of the interesting points about the Inkwell system is also in how you construct your deck. In Magic with the lands, just roughly, 40% of my cards need to be able to support the cards to play them. Whereas this, you can literally build cards which are 100% inkable. That way you're always guaranteed, I've got a card. You never need to use it for that purpose. But then it's very easy to build a card where it's 60% inkable.
So, I mean, I get the point that
you're play bigger bombs.
You have way more creative liberty in something like Lorcana and, in truth, One Piece, Dragon Ball, when it comes to deck building compared to Magic. I think objectively it's better than Magic. It's not as good as the Bandai ones. I do not think it's a development on the Bandai ones. It's probably a step back from the Bandai ones. Whether it's better than Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm going to say it's decent.
At least you never have an issue with flooding, so it beats Magic.
Yeah, it definitely beats Magic. It's definitely better than Magic. All right, move on to the next one.